let's go again. This week's about to be fun. Yo, what's up everyone and welcome back to the second week of your, last week I didn't have like, let's say, a fun time. This week, like I actually accomplished that goal. We went through it, no insane amount of like suffering in playing this. So this week was pretty decent. These are the gear sets I used. Nothing really changed other than this Matrona set. I ended up having to respec 2 HP pieces for her, so I can get like these crit defense pieces to work properly, because I think it was on the second stage she would die for me, so she didn't have enough crit defense, so I had to like fix it so to maximize it just so she lives, because it's pretty much worth it. And I already had the gear set, so I decided why not, let me just put it in. The first team, we actually do survive the first bashing very stable. Like even with the other scuffed gear set, we actually are able to survive pretty decently. The first unit we're going to be taking out is Roxy. I find like that's always going to be the choice. And anytime I face cats, Roxy's always going to be the first to go, because she's like a huge nuisance if she stays just a little bit too long. Because she can just pick a unit and next thing you know, your team's basically already over. Like this team, the survivability of it is actually pretty good. I think if I was not using this, I would be using the zombie, the undead one. Instead of having Liz there, I would have Malaskula, because that's a team I know I would normally use, a zombie team. Instead of using Scotty, I would have DK and P Melly, because that's the team I used last week. But this team actually survives it like the thrashing pretty good. The only thing is this team can't like run through the entire tower, because there is a bit of complication coming down to like the second to last team, where actually like Matrona can't like live the Escanor bash, so it's gonna be a 2-team tower if you're using this comp. The benefit of this team is you're pretty tanky. You get a huge amount of extra HP as opposed to like the zombie variant. You're gonna be living off of more HP plays than trying to like get not critted on. So this one is less RNG than the zombie melee strat. So that's why I think this one's probably superior in that aspect as opposed to that team. This team is the team that scares me the most. When I did not have like the Matrona set fixed, Matrona would actually die. Like she would get very, very low and then she dies off this AoE. Like that's what perfect gear set. She survives on like 2, 3, 4% HP. So on the set before, she would actually be dead here. So changing and fixing the gear set for her actually made a decent difference, so I don't actually need to like worry about her just randomly dying anymore, and it's pretty consistent with her living there now. Most of my plays are gonna be around getting Melly's ult and Scotty's ult. My Scotty is only 2-6, which is not as good as what you would want it to be if you're really wanting to heal every turn. Because yeah, going in on every team with full HP is going to be like a goal. And having a 2-6 Scotty is not the best. But I'm still going to try to push her ult as much as I can before I end the round. Like if I know I'm very comfortable in like living, like any onslaught, what I'll do, I'll take the opportunity and just push Scotty's ult. And try to end it the following turn with Scotty's and Melly's ult, hopefully. It's pretty good that Yan does not target Scotty here as well. Makes it very easy to clear this. pretty easy clear. Unknowns for this team is like a very easy clear. A very, very easy clear. Only thing you gotta worry about is like those burns. When you see the flame on the ground, that's the burn. And that can chunk your units if you leave it on like certain people. I think that's the one you need to worry about the most when using this team against unknowns. Because you don't want anyone just randomly dying at certain points. And I opt for killing Echidna here just because she has like the infect card, and at times she would spam the infect, so that's why I chose really to get rid of her mainly. That's the only reason, because we want to get back decent HP and we can't have her like spamming it out at us. So that's all there really is to it. Like right here, we do get locked down, but luckily I did get a level 2 cleanse. So I can actually use melee to kill Merlin. Because having Merlin lock down your team like this is very, very unfortunate. And if you don't have the cleanses for it, you can't take out a unit and then you're going to be basically taking extra damage. If you don't remove the burn from that unit is going to die. So that's where you got to have like priority for your cleanse if you don't get like level 2. Right here, it kind of like went south for me because I was thinking if we could like maybe get a heal somewhere without like killing these units, but both of them are 6/6 and Nanashi is gonna kill Matrona if he gets a chance. He definitely kills her with a 6/6 ult single target. So yeah, I decided, you know what, I'll just go in and go for the clear. She will be lower HP. At this point, I kind of forgot who the next team was, because honestly, it's not gonna really matter because Escanor is gonna kill Matrona no matter what. And this is where like the unknown zombie, the melee zombie team could be better, but it's yet again, it's more RNG. It's way more RNG to even get to this point with that team. Because no matter what happens here, we're guaranteed to lose Matrona. She's gonna die regardless. She just can't tank the amount of DPS that's gonna be put into her here. At this point, I was thinking I'll just have to break the team or just try my best to get rid of Escanor to see if we can actually like survive it out. Maybe get a miracle happen and we can have like I have my units live. But me looking back now, that was never gonna happen. Their HP was not high enough to actually live. It's just too unfortunate. All I'm pretty happy about is at least I'm able to get them very low, get rid of Escanor. So if I need to bring in a team, I can clean it up instantly. But Melly seems like he is gonna do the job and we're gonna lose everyone else. But pretty far in, this team did carry us a decent way, and I'm not too disappointed. It's a 2-team tower, I guess. Still pretty good because Melly is not gonna survive Angels whatsoever in the next turn. Yeah, so it is a Mael into Margaret AoE, so that's a very good play. So you know you can survive decently. Normally it would be a Mael into a Mael single target, and the single target's more than likely gonna kill whoever he targets. So since it's double AoE, like there's quite a few combinations you could go into. You could use a suicide team and just nuke the entire thing and you would kill. Or you could just use like Rag, which I am doing, because normally I would use a suicide team myself, but I ended up choosing Rag here. Did put them on the HP like set, so they live like just a little bit more comfortably instead of like grasping at straws for HP. The turn that actually does both AoEs is a Tarmiel taunt first. What I was trying to do here is AoE, so Tarmiel actually dies from like the backlash of his own stance. I was thinking he would die from me just hitting someone else, and that does not become the case. He actually tanks all of this and lives completely. So I ended up resetting this turn and made sure to kill him. Yeah, so I targeted him and just to make sure he dies, because it's way harder if he's just on the board. An extra unit is just not nice. And if I can get him out of the way, I am gonna get like Ludo as well. So a 2-for-1 in turn 1 is very nice for me. And at this point, it's pretty much done because I just gotta kill Liz and just kill Mael. And I have pretty decent... I did end up pulling 2 more tier cards, so this is pretty much done. Because I get Tier's ultimate. And yeah, as you can see, the damage he does is insane on this. So we're not holding back whatsoever. Even if Mael fills his HP all the way back up to max, he's still pretty much dead. So yeah, this is how I beat the first tower. Pretty easy. Because for this week, I tried my best to actually realign all the teams so they were like in their respective places, so I don't mess it up anymore. So yeah, this is how I did Tower 1. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Peace.